we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good whatever, depending on where you are watching from. I am Tom Holland, Bowflex Fitness Advisor, and this is the weekly Bowflex Breakfast Club. We may have just clicked in, so I'm going to say it again. I am Tom Holland, Bowflex Fitness Advisor. We do this each and every week. This is the Bowflex Breakfast Club. We do different things every week. It's an open forum, though, where I will answer any question I can, and that goes for exercise, nutrition, motivation, anything you want to talk about. Today, I'm going to do a 10-minute core workout. Yes, I'm going to do it with you. So if you want to, in the middle of this 3 minutes, we're going to stop. I'm going to do a 10-minute core workout. You don't need any equipment. It's going to be 2 5-minute circuits. So if you want to do one circuit, you want to do both, totally up to you. As always, I have Lori on the other end. She is monitoring your questions and comments. She will feed them to me because I'm getting old and I can't read them from here. And it's a much easier way to do it. Good morning, Lori.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good morning, Tom. I'm good. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everyone. I am obviously in a different location than normal, in one of the rooms in my house. Had to move a lot of furniture around, not a lot, but to make this look the way it is. So again, in a couple minutes, I'm going to do a 10-minute core workout, and feel free to do it with me if you can, where you are. This will live after the fact. Where are we going to put it, Lori?
We'll put it on YouTube.
It'll be on YouTube, and obviously it will live on the Facebook page. We are streaming, hopefully, Lori. I don't know if you can check it as we're doing this, but to the...
We are.
Awesome. So it's working?
Yeah.
Technology, right? So yes, so today I just want to start us off. Lori and I were talking before we went live about just mental health and anxiety and how exercise is tied into that. If you watched the show, if you've read my books, listen to my podcast, that's what I'm talking about all the time. And I joke when I say that, I exercise for my sanity now more than my vanity, being 52, and it's half a joke because exercise is so much more than weight loss, right? Especially in times like these. I've had some crazy interactions with people that I believe are tied to, all the craziness that's going on. So my point is just that we need to move more. We need to use exercise as a stress reduction, a stress reducer. And after both of those incidents, I went out for a run. And that was my way of coping in a healthy way, and it totally works. So I'm just encouraging you to get outside more, to move more. And as I say every week, all workouts matter. We're going to do a 10-minute workout it's challenging. It's going to be challenging. So if you can do 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 minute, it does not matter. It all adds up and it all matters. Anyone checking in, Lori, as we get started?
We have Deanna here.
Awesome. Awesome. Deanna in Alaska, if I'm not mistaken. I need to put my backyard rake out there. That would extend the season out. But yes, we have regulars who will check in. If you're new this week, welcome. Again, any question you want, a little different today in that we are going to break up the half hour. We're going to throw in a workout right in the middle in about 6 minutes or so. So if you have space, feel free, drop to the floor and do this workout with me. It's going to be 5 exercises. We're going to do them 2 times through, 10-minute workout, 50 seconds each exercise with 10 seconds rest after. Lori, what did you have for breakfast? Your usual?
I haven't eaten yet, actually. But yes, I'll probably have my yogurt, granola, and blueberries, as I always do.
I love it. Lori is West Coast. I am East Coast, so she is 3 hours earlier. I am trying to lose even more weight. I'm down a bunch, but I had some races coming up. They got pushed back, so I'm looking for a new goal. And as we talk about each week as well, there will always be obstacles, especially in these crazy times right now. And so you just keep moving forward, and you figure out what's next. So I was really excited for this race. It was supposed to be May. It's now going to be November, which for me is a lifetime away. I was, a little disappointed, a lot disappointed, but that happens. And I knew that when I signed up, it was potentially going to happen. So, you get angry for a short amount of time. You kind of deal with it, and then you figure out what's next. And you don't let it stop you from everything you're doing. There will always be those obstacles. So that was a long way of telling you what I had for breakfast. I did my coffee and the protein mixed in. So coffee with pre-made protein drink, as you know, the creamer or whatever you want to call it. And then I had a banana. So something, I usually have a much bigger breakfast, but I'm varying it around a little bit myself. Anyone else share anything, Lori?
Yeah, so Shona's here. Good morning, Shona.
Good
For breakfast, she said she had cranberry almond cereal, coffee, and applesauce. No veggies today. And then Kevin has his oatmeal, berries, and eggs, as he normally does. But he also said that he walks in the mountains to lower stress.
Oh, the mountains. Yeah, that Kevin, first of all, awesome breakfasts by everyone. Thank you for sharing. I've talked about how I generally start my day, get the kids out, get the kids to school, then grab the dogs straight to the woods. And where I walk in the woods, there's a river and the sound of the water on the river, just amazing. And, I bring my phone. I don't look at it. I will take pictures occasionally of the dogs, but I don't want the technology. I just want that to be my mountains, as Kevin's talking about, just clearing the head, starting the day that way. Sometimes I'll end the day that way as well, but it's so important. It's so important that we, detach from the technology. It's great to multitask when we have to, but it's equally, if not much more important to detach, as I said, and just let the brain be quiet, right? So that's awesome, Kevin. I'm jealous.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right there with him because I live in the mountains, so I have a lot of trails, and it's just so peaceful and relaxing, and I'm right there with you, Kevin.
Yeah, and the studies are, commonsensical, but really strong in that being outside, they call it green exercise, and it doesn't have to be, strenuous at all. Going for that walk, as we're talking about, it's so beneficial, not just physically, but obviously mentally, as we're talking about. And you are more likely to do it longer, go for a longer walk, obviously, than on a treadmill. You're more likely to enjoy it more, and you're more likely to do it again. So that's why I talk about we want to do everything. Get outside, go for a walk, jump on your Bowflex Max, short workout there. Do the 10-minute core workout I'm going to do in like 3 minutes. Mix it up and build those, bouts of movement into your day. It's great to go to the gym for an hour if you want, but it's what we do outside the gym, as I say, that really matters in the long term.
Lisa's here today. She said that she thought we were working out in Belize today. She was looking forward to Belize, and she got 4 inches of snow.
Listen, Lisa, is it next week? Not next week, but the week after, and that is if my passports show up. So we're down to the wire. Yes, so I knew that my passports and my kids were going to expire. I didn't realize, how close. And we had them expedited. So fingers crossed. Listen, let's put it this way, Lisa. I will either be in Belize or somewhere else hot that is not with, outside the United States. But we will be somewhere. So not next week, but the week after. And I can't wait. And hopefully I'm going to give you more than one show. So we'll talk about that too. Fingers crossed, passports within the next 5 days.
I can't wait for that.
Yes.
Shona does have a really good question.
Okay.
She wanted to make sure that it was asked. And she said that, have you ever heard of a reverse push-up? She sustained a shoulder injury, and her physio has suggested to follow the exercise.
I would need, so this is one of those things, Shona, I think I know what you're talking about, but I would need to see it I don't want to get it wrong. People describe different exercises in so many different ways. So is that like an isometric hold? Is that starting from the bottom? Just give you a little more information?
Yeah, she kind of explains it.
Yeah.
She said arms out, palms facing out, and bring the hands back and forth. So it almost, and she's doing it seated. So it almost does sound like it's more isometric where she's seating and bringing hands back and forth. So
she's not supporting her body weight. She's seated like this.
Yes.
And just, okay. So doing like this, you think?
That sounds about right.
Okay. So again, if I'm understanding, so that's called scapular retraction, which he or she may have said. So it's bringing your shoulder blades back. All that stuff is great. And I love, Shona, that you are doing all of these things, that are, going to help you. The small things that I say are not small. Those type of exercises and movements and therapy, so important. So keep doing, I know that you've shared what your physio has asked you to do in the past, and personally I've, thought really great guidance. And I love that you're doing it. So many people don't. So listen to them, keep doing it, and remember that it's not doing a lot, it's doing that consistently. And that's so important when it comes to that PT, the prehab, rehab stuff that I talk about. Okay, hold those thoughts and questions. We're going to jump right in. I'm going to pause. We're going to turn on music really low. And we're going to do a 10-minute workout. And then we're going to come back. I'm going to take your questions either about the workout itself or anything else you want to talk about. All right, so I'm going to start the music, and we're going to get started in a second here. All right, so this is my 10-minute, I'm going to call it the core crush workout. So it's 5 exercises, 50 seconds per exercise, all right? We're going to take 10 seconds at the end of each exercise to recover, to get in position for the next movement, and we're going to do that 2 times through. So if I'm doing the math correctly, which I don't often do, that's 5-minute circuit. We're going to do it 2 times. 5 exercises. We're going to do a double crunch. We're going to do a side crunch, the other side crunch. We're going to do a cross crunch, great to get those 3-dimensional kind of hitting the abs in that way. And then we're going to finish up with a bridge for the lower back and hamstrings. And we're going to alternate raising and lowering a leg as well. All right, if you're ready, we're going to drop down 10-minute core crush workout. Here we go. All right, let me get started here. So reverse crunch, or double crunch rather. I want you to bring those legs up, press that lower back to the mat, and then just crunch. I don't want you to reach too far away. The farther those feet are away from your body, the more stress on your lower back. So you do not have to reach too far, but pull those knees into your chest and squeeze. All right, we got 26 more seconds. I got a great timer going. Deep breaths. Abs are tight, but you're breathing. All right? I reach just enough that I feel my lower back start to engage, and then I pull back. All right? Reach and pull. We got 6 more seconds, and then we're going to flip over onto our sides. We got 10 seconds rest. All right, deep breath, 10 seconds after each exercise. We're going to do a side crunch. So I want you to drop the knees to the side. This hand goes behind the head. And let's go, 50 seconds. So this now, we're working the right oblique. You're going to drive that elbow towards your hip. Now, if this is too difficult, don't lift the legs, right? So you can just focus on that right oblique, but the added difficulty is bringing those legs up. Hold. You'll notice how slowly I'm doing everything. It's not how many reps you do, it's how well you do them. All right, not easy. We got 18 more seconds. Squeeze. You should feel it right here. I like to take my fingertips and put them right where I should feel it. That's your oblique. That's the sides of your abs. Oh my gosh. Already starting to burn. 5 seconds. All right, 10 seconds rest. I want you to rotate and do the other side. You're getting all parts of your abs and your core. 3, 2, 1. All right. 50 seconds each exercise. Feel every single rep. All right? My rule of thumb is abs should be 10% of your workout time. So if you're exercising for a half hour and you're doing everything, I want 3 to 4 minutes of abs. If you're doing a full hour, 5 to 6 minutes. You should spend more time on the strength and the cardio and not too much time trying to spot reduce because you cannot. 15 more seconds. Elbow towards your hip. Hold it up at the top. And if you're not raising your legs, that is perfectly fine. Do what you can do. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right. Cross crunch. I do these in my video, Supreme 90 Day. I want your big X with your body. All right. Right arm, left foot. Left arm, right foot. 50 seconds of this. Keep those abs tight. This is such a great way to work the angles of your abdominals. We could talk about doing exercises for your lower abs. Big debate. I write about it all the time. This is an exercise, though. You're going to feel it down there, right? Because you're lifting your leg and you're bringing it towards your body. 15 seconds. All right. Deliberate repetitions. 5 more seconds. We finish up with that bridge that I told you about. All right, 10 seconds, deep breath. Last exercise, and then we're going to do it all again. So lower back for this one.
3, 2, 1. Bridge with alternating legs.
I love this. So you can either just hold this or make it a little more difficult and alternate a leg. But I want those hips high. I don't want you to drop them. I want them to stay up and then shoot that leg. You're working your lower back now. You're also working your hamstrings and your glutes. Hips up nice and high. You're going to feel it in your lower back. No equipment. And you are getting all regions of your core. All right, we have 10 more seconds. That's the end of round 1. We're going to do it all over again.
3, 2, 1.
All right, great job. 5 minutes. Let's do it one more time. You can do 5 minutes. You can do 10 minutes.
2, 1.
Back to that double crunch.
Crunches.
So now, you're probably a little fatigued. I want you to really focus on that form. Each rep, I want you to squeeze. You're also getting your lower abs here. Again, I don't want you to reach too far. Just far enough that you feel those abdominals engaged. Last 15 seconds, I'm starting to sweat. All right, you got this. One more. One extra. All right, hug those knees, deep breath. Back to those obliques. Drop the knees to the side, hand behind the head. And give me 50 seconds now. Another thing, as you progress in a workout, if you're really fatigued and you lifted your legs for the first round, but you're finished and you can't really do it with good form, then don't. Do what you can do with good form, all right? That's the secret. We're all going to get fatigued, and you do not want to injure yourself by doing an exercise with poor form. Squeeze. We got 18 more seconds. Hopefully these workouts will teach you that you don't need to do 30-minute ab workouts. You can if you want to. You can also break them up into 3 10 minutes, 6 5 minutes, whatever you want. All right, final oblique. I love doing exercises by time, especially when I'm working out with people like you, because we're going to do what we can do. You may do 5 repetitions. You may do 10. Rest when you need to. All right, final 20 seconds. Then we're going to that cross crunch. And then we're finishing up with that bridge. And I'm really starting to sweat. This music is from, as I've said before, one of my first fitness videos where you want to talk about sweat. All right. Awesome. Deep breath. Hug those knees. Reset. Big X. Final cross crunch.
3, 2, 1. Cross crunch.
Look at that. Music timed out perfectly. Right hand, left leg. Left hand, right leg. Did I say that right? All right. Again, final couple exercises. You're going to be fatigued. This is where you really want to focus on your form. I don't care how many repetitions of something I do. I care how well I do them. I don't care how much weight I lift, especially at 52. I just care that I'm challenging my body in a safe, effective way. All right, we've got 8 seconds. Final exercise coming up.
3, 2, 1.
I like to hug the knees, deep breath in between. You can even roll a little bit, 10 seconds, and we finish up with that bridge. So again,
2, 1. Bridge with alternating.
you're driving those heels into the ground. You're holding that bridge if you want, or you're adding in the alternating leg. You're getting your core, you're really getting your lower back here. You're also getting hamstrings and glutes. This is a great exercise for those runners out there, but everybody. I got the TV right there. I'll do these in front of the TV at night. All right, 17 seconds, you're finished. Come on, last couple reps, great job. 10 minutes is all it takes.
3, 2, 1. Your timer is complete.
Oh, great job. Hug those knees, deep breath. Rock a little bit. And there you have it. My 10-minute core crush workout. Have a great day. And we're back. Did you do it with us, Lori?
I wish I could.
Oh, you could.
Sorry.
Hold on one second. Let me turn this on. There we go. I'm sweating.
I just wanted to make sure if comments were coming in that I was participating in the comments, but I will definitely do this later.
You could have just lied, Lori, and said yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Oh, wow.
I'm kidding. Any comments, questions while I was doing that? I'm sure.
No, but I would think that, if somebody had difficulty being on the ground, those exercises could be done sitting or standing.
Let me think what we did. Yes, so you could sit and pull the knees up. Absolutely do the cross crunch. We did. I'm trying to think back to our 8-minute standing ab workout. We've done a couple. Yes, so you could just stand here, drive those knees up, right? Marching, keep those abs tight. Side crunch, absolutely stand. Squeeze, you can feel that. Cross crunch, same thing. And what was the last one? Bridge, you can't really do, but you got 4 of them. You're absolutely right. And I know that so many people don't want to get down, and so that is a great alternative. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, Terry's joining. I'm not sure I've seen this name before.
Welcome.
They are going to be adding it as part of their warm-up in the bridge for the hip flexors. Kevin said it was a great workout. Deanna said great workout. Excuse me. And Shona said she's going to do these moves sitting.
Perfect, Shona. Perfect. And let us know how it goes. And you know what? That is exactly how to modify, Shona. We do what we can. And I guarantee you that over time, you're going to, find you can do more and more. Obviously, it's that progression that I talk about so frequently because, so many people do too much too soon, and that's how you get injured. And even when I was doing the double crunch, so many people, listen, let me just show you, I can do this. This is not a great idea, right? This is what our football coach, 6 inches, right? Go down. I can do this. Right now, the stress on my lower back is enormous, right? And I'm not going to necessarily hurt myself by doing this, but over time, the analogy is either a paperclip or a credit card. You bend it, you bend it, you bend it, you bend it. It starts to weaken and weaken over time, and then the 500th time I do that, I may have an issue. So I'm always going to give you the exercises with the cost-benefit, ratio thought of. In other words, why I don't have to reach that far to get the benefit. So just be super careful. And I know, there are workouts where they push those type of movements. If it doesn't feel right to you, don't do them. All right, modify. So Shona, I love it. Start in that chair. It's such a perfect way to do them in a different way.
Yeah, what I noticed was you weren't rushing through them because you see a lot of people in the gym doing their crunches really fast.
Yeah.
You were very much into the form and making sure that everything was aligned.
I love that, Lori. And that is for several reasons, and it comes also after, teaching mat Pilates and things like that. In other words, the more we connect to our muscles, the harder, but let me put it this way, the more muscle fibers we recruit, right? So you can do and should do fewer repetitions because you're recruiting more muscle fibers. So I get sore from that workout because I'm recruiting so many muscle fibers. And I'm not using momentum. And I know, Lori, that person in the gym, generally speaking, they have 100. They're going to go, I'm going to do 100 stability ball crunches. And then they just rock, right? And if they really wanted to get results, instead of doing 100 stability ball crunches, taking their time, as you're saying, Lori, and squeeze, this is so much harder. Every exercise slowed down is more effective, generally speaking, and you're lessening your likelihood of injury. So I can sit here and do 500 of these, right, with a lot of momentum. Or I can do 50 super slowly, and actually 50 is going to be challenging. So I love that you brought that up, because that's where I talk about it's quality, not quantity. And the more you exercise, as I just said, the fewer reps you will do because you're going to feel it sooner.
And Susan has a really great question. She's asking, are full sit-ups any more beneficial than a crunch? She said she can't do them. She heard that there's more risk of injury as well as, is that the truth?
Yes, great question. So the old school crunch, right? And what did we used to do? Was that Susan?
Yes, that was Susan.
Yeah, so we used to hook our feet, right? Or, you see even gym classes with the military, what do? They have someone hold their feet. And then they just use momentum, right? So I got to generally pull. Now I can do it without doing that, but by and large, I can get up here, but the short answer is no. It is no more effective. And right here, I am just really focusing. So the range of motion is super small. And I remember back in the day, someone coming up to me and saying, your range of motion is not big enough. And it works, trust me. So such a great question. And, if you hook your feet under anything, what you're doing is you're working your hip flexors, right? So it's not really your abs, it's your leg muscles right here, your hip muscles, that are taking over. These are engaging to help get you up if someone or something is underneath your toes. So great question. Stay right here. Think of having a tennis ball under your chin. So you don't want to tuck your chin in. And here's two different ways, by the way. You can put your hands across your chest. You go behind the head. You want to relax your neck and just look up at the sky or the ceiling and lift up. Awesome question.
Yeah, you know what I do when I do them? I put my tongue on the roof of my mouth because that helps for me not to bend my neck. I know it seems kind of weird, but when I do that, I can stay more focused with where I need to be versus, making my neck do weird positions.
Absolutely. And supposedly, Lori, I learned not too long ago, if you have an ice cream headache, that works as well.
Yeah.
That's what I was told. Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth and the headache goes away. Not sure it works, but...
I'm not sure that works either.
Any final questions? It's amazing how fast this goes by.
I know. People are talking more about, doing more slow movements, squeezing your muscles, and
you guys, everything
versus really going into fast motion. So
yes,
good question today.
Great question. It's the perfect theme of today's show. Then I can do. I'm not a big fan of air squats because it's okay, how many reps or as many reps as possible, right? Because the goal is to disengage as many muscle fibers as possible, right? So I can do as many. I'd rather you slow everything down. Goes for a push-up as well, right? I want you to go down slower than you come up. So a 3 or 4 count on the way down, 1 or 2 count on the way up. I can drop and use momentum and just do bad form. I'm not going to get as much out of it. So perfect theme of today. Any final thoughts, Lori?
Just to let everybody know that we will definitely be editing this and putting it on YouTube because we've got some people asking.
I love it. And I want to leave you all with this thought over and over and over again. It's not about how long the workout is. It's not about how difficult the workout is, especially as we get older, right? It's not how complicated the movements are. Push-ups, squats, lunges, add a little bit of variation. I made this one a little bit intermediate today, but do what you can do. Do this a couple times throughout the week, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You want to do it twice. You say, I want 20 minutes, that's fine. But don't worry about length. Worry about consistency. and mixing up your routine. I want strength, I want core work, I want cardio, I want flexibility, and we want the mental stuff. Go out for a walk. Lori, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
All right, everybody, we will be back. I am Tom Holland, Bowflex Fitness Advisor, here with Lori. We'll be back next week. We'll talk about maybe another workout, and then the week after that, live, fingers crossed, from, what did I say, Belize.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone. I'm Tom Holland, Bowflex Fitness Advisor. Believe in yourself.